Alright. Hello everyone, and now welcome to a game between Effect versus Please. This game taking place here on Echo Isle. Over here we have Please spawning as the red Night Elf over here on the top right hand side of the map. Meanwhile, Effect spawning as the blue human versus Night Elf in this 1v1 matchup. And as always, let me know how game sounds are and things of that nature. For some reason, it sometimes seems like my game sounds just are not working quite right, and trying to mix everything is, well, a little bit difficult, but hopefully that is not the case right now. Anyways, Please opening up. There's an Altar of Elders, there's that Moonwell, and an Ancient of War being built all the way right next to this mercenary camp here. Meanwhile, right back over here in effect space, we are looking at, well, most likely going to be an Archmage and Footman making its way out, but a Mountain King is still within the realm of possibility. Nope, it is going to be an Archmage in this 1v1. Archmage versus Warden. Warden has become a very popular hero as of late, and we'll see if that continues to be the case. That solo Warden strategy, Moon making a great effect, being able to shut down multiple bases with those easy kills. And while human players do often like to expand here on Echo Isle, expansions having what, 500 gold, a little bit less than the main bases, but overall, well, those expansions do come into play very often on this rather easy to play or easily symmetrical map straight down the center. We're looking at, well, there goes an Ancient of War. Gonna go ahead and eat up some trees and then try and engage here in just a moment. Let's take a look at this. Gonna go ahead and attempt to take this down. There's that Ancient of War. Now you're just gonna pull back, and well, a very nice pull away right here. Meanwhile, Wisp are now being brought over. Are we gonna perhaps be looking at some sort of, nope, just Repair is going to go ahead and try to take down that Renegade Wizard. It will get taken down very quickly. Meanwhile, Archmage opting to go for a very fast expansion. You can take a look, you can take a look at this. There's that Water Elemental right there, and well, not even trying to clear out the mercenary camp, going straight for the Ogre Magi. Militia are down off over here. More peasants are getting added in, a surefire sign that is going to be an expansion here on Echo Isle. Last Forest Troll Trapper about to get taken down. One more shot on that Water Elemental. Well, is it just simply gonna be denied here? No, Water Elemental joining in on the fight as the peasants will grab some extra lumber right before they're going to try and start building that up here in just a moment. Archmage double backing around, catching this Wisp off over here. Is it going to be a little bit of blocking or padding? Let's take a look. One more shot should do it. Archmage is trying to close in. Are we going to... Oh, beautifully denied right there. You can take a look. As you're going to take a look, the Wisp is still trying to run away. You're going to see a detonation once more, as the Wisp did end up spotting this expansion attempt, thereby needing to get this scout tower down a little bit faster. All right, Archers, Forest Troll, Shadow Priest off over here. Archmage is going to try and get to level 2. Will get it off of this Null Brute. There's that level 2 right now. Extra 44 experience right there, as the units are now looking to back away. Water Elemental looking to finish off one Null Poacher. Is this Water Elemental going to get taken down first? It looks like, well, it's going to be very close. Yeah, Water Elemental could actually get finished off. What, one final shot there before the Null Poacher did get shut down. No Shadow Strike on that Footman, as the Warden, well, leaves him behind. We are looking at a pendant of energy on that Warden, and that is going to be scary. Any time that the Warden has a large amount of mana, it is going to be able to easily shut down expansions. Also, the potion, anti-magic potion coming in from the Night Elf shop reduces and removes the feedback damage from an Arcane Tower, allowing, well, a lot of damage to be done. There is the Dust of Appearance. Are we going to see an Archer getting taken down? Yes, we do. Footman now going after the units here. Let's take a look. Ancient of War still absorbing a lot of damage. Meanwhile, Tree of Life is currently under construction as well, and it looks like Please is purposely using an expansion of his own to try and stop his opponent. There is that Tree of Life. Now Shadow Strike onto that Archmage. Archmage could be in big trouble. Level 2 Shadow Strike damage over time. A little bit of slow as well, as that Archmage is still running around, perhaps trying to get away. There's that Scroll of Town portal to head back. 150 Shadow Strike did end up going down already, as that Tree of Life is going to become completed. All right. Forest Troll Shadow Priest is going to go ahead and get in some early heals onto that Archmage, or some necessary heals onto that Archmage. Now perhaps gonna drop a Water Elemental, try and engage. You don't want the Purge to go down onto that Water Elemental there. You're gonna see the Footman purposely engaging onto that Renegade Wizard, and then that is very, very purposeful, making sure the Purge goes down onto a Footman instead. Low hit point Footman getting taken down perhaps by one of those kobolds. Meanwhile, one Forest Troll Shadow Priest still trying to heal up that Archmage, as that Archmage stays at level 2. Alright, level 3 now just on that Archmage here. Going to finish off the remainder of this creep camp. Let's take a look. Yeah, remainder of that creep camp will get lost here in just a moment. Meanwhile, we are getting up an Arcane Vault and additional towers here. These towers, well, going to be important to try and deter any harassment that the Warden may have, but the Warden really needs to get to level 4 for level 2 Fan of Knives. But you'll remember, also showed that it was Shadow Strike, so there's not going to be a blink either. Unless that Warden got a Tome of Retraining, it's not really going to be that effective at taking down any of these units here, as the Warden still backing up. Back across in the center portion of the map, Archmage going to try and pick up some items. You can see, well, there goes some damage. Well, there goes that Forest Troll Shadow Priest taken down very quickly. Are we going to see perhaps, well, any damage? There it goes, damage onto that Forest Troll Berserker. Forest Troll Berserker gets finished off there. Warden escaping at 77 hit points. And this is Nightfall, so it is regenerating a lot of hit points now. Water Elemental clearing up the Ogre Mauler Creep Camp. This is, well, level 5, 4, Forest Troll Shadow Priest is going to get an Abolish Magic to try to finish things off here. No, doesn't get it. Using a Clarity Potion. Again, the Archmage really clearing up a lot of the map. Alright. Now, this is important to note, on Echo Isle, there are limited creeps, so anytime you're able to take some of these center creeps away from your opponent, you are essentially gaining a little bit of an advantage over your opponent here. Archmage could be in a little bit of trouble. There goes the Forest Troll Shadow Priest, and we may see an Abolish Magic there. There it goes, gets up to level 4. Is the Warden going to perhaps try and get to level? Well, there goes the Forest Troll Shadow Priest. Staff of Teleportation, what is going on? To try and get away, it will be able to teleport out. Double Forest Troll Shadow Priest as the Archmage, well, nope, runs back across here. A little bit of damage over time. Tech to tier 2 about done. Meanwhile, Tree of Ages is already done. Do we see a second hero yet? No, no second hero. And there's that Tome of Retraining that I was expecting earlier. What is that Warden gonna do? Warden most likely gonna perhaps try and dive on in here. No anti-magic potion. Gonna have a difficult time here, but peasants are gonna slowly just get taken down. There it goes. Oh, tries to deny it, but was unable to do so. Back down here to the south, Archmage looking to clear up some more easy creep camps, trying to find level 4, but still a little bit shy. Double Forest Troll Shadow Priest, 1 Forest Troll Berserker. A lot of mercenaries here. We do see an Ancient of War down here. There's an Ancient of Lore. And we are going to dual Ancients of Lore. We have dual Ancients of Lore already, but we don't see any units being trained up until just now. Dryad's going to be joining in on the fight, but you can see that, well, Please's army is actually rather small right now. Forest Troll Berserkers, Forest Troll Shadow Priests, and this lone Warden going up against effects Mountain King and Archmage. That is a lot of footmen, but the Water Elementals perhaps making this army look higher in supply than it really is. Murloc Huntsman being finished off by a Water Elemental there, using that time to try and just get away. Meanwhile, Arcane Sanctums are now done. We can see a Blacksmith is done in addition to a Workshop. We may be looking at mortar teams for some siege damage to deal against those Dryads. Warden holding on to that Tome of Retraining so far, hasn't used it as of yet, so we may see some more, well, Shadow Strikes to try and pick off some of these footmen and some of these other units. Now, footmen can get finished off very quickly here. Oh, are we going to see a Shadow Strike there? Nope, there is a, well, there's the Shadow Strike already, down to 875 hit points. That Pure Up the Vitality making that Archmage significantly more powerful than it originally looks, as the Dryads, well, not going to be able to easily push here. All right, Archmage needs to get in some heals. Shadow Strike still dealing that damage over time. We need to get some Priest to heal up that Archmage here, and also adding in a Sorceress and a Priest. Warden makes its way off to the north here. Tome of Retraining is done. Potion of Invulnerability is right there. Gonna go ahead and blink Fan of Knives, and the Arcane Tower unable to deal damage as you see the Potion of Invulnerability just doing its thing. All right, trying to finish off some more. There's some more Fan of Knives, finishing off a little bit more there as the Warden blinks back, finishes off another unit, and now we'll be trying to head away. During this time, Mountain King gets to level 2. You can see Ring of Protection +3, Manual of Health being left behind, items perhaps being picked up by that Mountain King. He does have double Ivory Towers as the Warden is just looking to finish off more and more units, perhaps get to level 5. Another peasant could end up falling, and you may be wondering why actually go after these peasants here. Why doesn't it make sense to perhaps go after some additional creeps? And the reason for this is that the Warden actually gets full experience while taking out these units, as opposed to, well, he's actually stuck right now, so that's no good there. He needs to get a little bit of mana. All right, Mountain Giants, Squirrel Town Portal coming back the other side. Footman with the Fen. Double mortar teams just destroying all of the trees now. We're going to see the Warden perhaps try and heal back up. There it goes. There's the Pendant of Energy. Potion of Mana needs to use, and perhaps we'll use another one. A Fan of Knives comes across. Multiple footmen getting taken down, but a Scroll of Healing was already ready to go. Effect knew what exactly he needed for this fight, as the Warden going to try to set off another Fan of Knives here, perhaps finishing off a lot of units. There goes 2 dead footmen once more. All right, Warden could be in trouble. There is another Potion of Mana. Tries to blink back across over here to finish off the back line. Difficult time right now, as though, well, lots of units are just bouncing around here. Mountain King unable to get any Storm Bolts off, as the Mountain Giant will finally get taken down. Wisp trying to make their way over, perhaps getting some detonations off, as the Dryads are just getting pounded. Warden really using the shop to as big of an advantage as it can, as it's also trying to go for an anti-magic potion and dive into the back. The mortar team and their range, though, causing a lot of problems. There's that Fan of Knives trying to finish things off there, as you can see detonations coming down. All right, Warden is in a bit of trouble, sitting at level 5, almost at level 6. Is it able to finish off any of these units, as the guard towers are in position and now really putting down that pressure once more, fighting under the cover of towers and bringing home field advantage. Adept Training going for healing on the Forest Troll Berserker units, may be forced to give up the expansion here, as Please is in a bit of trouble. 2 Ivory Towers placed down, giving proper cover. Triple mortar teams finishing off the Moonwells, and, well, this expansion may not be worth saving, as it would cost too much, and the army just seems still a little bit too small. 71/78 supply for effect. Alright, what is Please going to really do here? Can the Warden live up to her one-man army name? There it goes. There is the Avatar of Vengeance joining in on the fight, and that's exactly why you go for a solo hero, getting to level 6 very, very quickly. Avatar of Vengeance in the back here. More Spirit of Vengeance is joining in. Are we going to see a Staff of Preservation? No. Big Fan of Knives, though, as damage is coming across here. Warden now trying to make its way back. We are seeing some piercing damage going after those mortar teams. Mortar teams getting absolutely destroyed. Squirrel Town Portal says, you know what? I don't want to stick around in this fight any longer. Warden trying to finish off those remaining units, as the expansion was not saved. 9,500 gold left. It is about a 2,500 gold difference, and that is just going to continue to grow, as, well, Effect is holding on to a 1 base advantage. Did lose a lot of supply in that fight right there. Spirit of Vengeance is perhaps going to try and make their way over, take down some guard towers right here. You can see that these Spirit of Vengeances deal damage. They are completely invulnerable right now, so easy way to just, well, run on in with a couple of units, finish off some towers, since you know you're not really going to be giving any experience anyways. All right, Spirit or Avatar of Vengeance still doing the same thing. Plenty of corpses down here for the Avatar to just build an army and then make its way out. Meanwhile, Water Elemental dancing around here. Well, Warden, that Pendant of Energy, making a very big impact on this game. A little bit perhaps of a lucky item. I don't know if it was purchased from the marketplace or not, but that one item has been giving this Warden much more, well, expanding her lethalness, being able to kill with multiple Fan of Knives. Dryads, Bears now heading back here. Let's take a look. Guard towers are now all done. We're going to be looking at an engagement here. Avatar of Vengeance is trying to run back. Meanwhile, the Spirit of Vengeances are going straight after the mortar teams. And this is one of the reasons why the Avatar of Vengeance is so strong. Those Spirit of Vengeances are completely invulnerable, able to deal so much damage, and without really risking anything, all you can really do is run away from that one particular unit. As you can see, the Priests are now trying to back up as well. Meanwhile, Avatar is right here. Where is going to run off to? Rifleman getting in some damage again. Perhaps going to try and summon some more units. Warden coming across into the back. Going to go ahead and Staff of Teleportation out of a bad situation next to those Moonwells. Is going to drop that Pendant of Energy, drink, and then do it all once more. Yes, it is trying to stay close to 600 or maxed out mana, as we're looking at perhaps an anti-magic potion ready to move on in. Well, there goes another building right there. Warden going to try and dive through. Is going to be able to pick off any units. Stormbolt onto the Warden. As you can see, the Mountain King, well, didn't really want to engage right there, as the Mountain King could be in trouble. No Shadow Strike, remember, on that Warden, as the Mountain King is trying to shake off all of that slow poison damage. There's a Fan of Knives. Anti-magic potion coming across, blink in the front, and here you go. There's that damage. Stormbolt onto the Warden. Warden does have a potion of lesser invulnerability. Is it going to use it? Yes, it is. Going to go ahead and then snipe down that Mountain King, but a big heal, Scroll of Healing, used at the very last moment. Scroll of Town Portal now transferred, as the mortar teams are just finishing off some other units there. There goes a Sorceress, and, well, a Scroll of Town Portal. Warden invested a lot in trying to snipe down that Mountain King, but the Mountain King Scroll of Town Portal transfer saves him at the very end. Scroll of Healing looked like it was used as well, in addition to a lot of Priest healing, as the Warden perhaps going to say, surprise, I'm right here. Alright, Invisible Warden wandering around, difficult to spot, well, impossible to spot on the minimap, as the Archmage and Mountain King making its way over. All right, Warden back on the side here, going to go after Peasants. Warden sitting at level 7 right now, still going after Peasants, dealing a lot of damage, perhaps trying to blink away and unable to do so. Just going to be forced to stand right here for a little while longer, getting damage onto that barracks. Meanwhile, Archmage is now at 5. Mountain King going to stay at 3, but picking up some good items from this level 7 Gargantuan Sea Turtle. One more shot, there it goes. Claws of Attack plus 9. A big item there for that Mountain King. Well, dealing more damage, or was that given to the Archmage? Yeah, Archmage for that range attack. Remember, 9 damage is rather strong. Spellbreakers only deal 14 damage on average. So an additional 9 damage for an Archmage, even though it's an auto attack, is still going to be helpful. Coming back around, where is that Warden? More Priests, or a lot of death inside the base. Warden using a Clarity Potion, trying to well, get maxed out on mana once more. Very close, up to 540 again, as the Warden is going to be ready to move on out. Bears have 2-0 upgrades. They are here ready to go. Warden perhaps going to make their way back down. There's a Lone Wisp. Are we going to see a detonation? Yes, we will. Denying that experience as the Mountain King. Well, are they going to try and clear out and steal this other red creep camp? There are still creep camps on the map that haven't been cleared out, but they haven't been that important. Spellbreakers check that there is no expansion underway, but they may be going a bit too far here, as the army is going to be ready to engage here in just a moment. Bears coming back the other side. Dryads, here we go. Bears going to try and engage. Mountain King, where is that Mountain King? No Thunderclap. Rifleman joining in. There is Abolish Magic as well, as the Warden's coming from the back. This is exactly where the Warden wants to be. The Warden wants to be along the backside here, trying to finish off more of those units. Dryads, well, more Spirit of Vengeances have been cast back up. Bears back in Druid form, and Bears are essentially level 1 Paladins. They deal, 28 to 53 damage. They heal. It's not an instantaneous heal, but it is a heal. Almost, some would actually say they're almost like level 3 Paladins with Devotion Aura instead. And that's actually pretty accurate. they're very powerful, tanky units. They heal. They also increase the amount of damage your army deals as well, giving a big bonus. Meanwhile, well, Spirit of Vengeance just causing problems and disrupting much of the healing on those units as the mortar team now down to 232 hit points. All right, down across here, Potion of Invulnerability used up by the Warden. Warden going to finish off some more peasants again, trying to finish off, takes down a priest. And is that Warden going to be able to get away? There goes some more units blinking back to the side. Now going to be teleporting, well, back home and hoping that it can hold this line. All right, let's go. More Moonwell going to come across into that front side. Thunderclap of damage across multiple bears. Dryads are in trouble. Bear trying to head back here. Are we going to see the Warden in that backfield? Yes, we are, but the Mountain King has been getting in some big thunderclaps as well. Avatar, Spirit of Vengeance, they need to get more and more, well, more and more Avatar of Vengeances out onto the field. I don't know why they're not converting so many of the corpses back onto the ground, as the Warden is just still blinking around, using those Moonwells to great efficiency, but bears are getting lost. There goes another Dryad there. 54 supply. Warden trying to finish off multiple units. As you can see, the Spirit of Vengeance is just trying to get away. Is it going to be able to back away? It is caught into a tricky spot again, as the Warden is just trying to carry this entire game on her shoulders. Warden back up to 165 mana. You can take a look. Spirit of Vengeance going after Rifleman and some of those other units. Perhaps getting that mortar team would have been huge, but I believe the Avatar of Vengeance was taken out. All right, Effect doing a great job stopping the ultimate ability of the Warden. It sounds easier than it really is, but yeah, being able to stop the Avatar of Vengeance is huge. It's just a great weight off your shoulder, but you still have to deal with a level 8 Warden who seems to be blinking and just jumping around the map, finishing things off constantly. Goldmine only has about another minute of mining left. Warden wants to win everything by herself and doing a great job, almost doing exactly that, as you're going to be looking at Moonwells. Well, what is happening here? Are we going to get some repairs? There's another Phantom Knives coming across. Repairs, there's some detonations. Low hit point, Water Elementals could get taken down. We are going to try to get more Moonwell juice in that Warden again to keep her alive, as the Priest are here to try and get a little bit more healing. Oh, low hit point, or Druid of the Claw could easily get finished off. Well, there it goes, trying to go into Druid form, but that was a little bit later than it should have been. Warden needs to get more mana again. Fighting at nightfall in the base, very difficult, as the Mountain King, well, should be able to get off a Stormbolt to finish off the unit, unable to do so, as the Druid of the Claw is still in the very far back. Druid of the Claw going to try to fight its way back here, but it looks like it will end up getting taken down. There it goes. All right, Warden coming back, still finishing off multiple units again. 53 supply. Warden trying to back away. Are we going to get more bears? That's the question. One more shot on that Spellbreaker finishes it off. Druid of the Claw trying to cancel some of those units, and well, perhaps it's going to be able to get something the other way back again. Solo Warden, and in the hands of a master, can deal so much damage, massive damage going across multiple priests there. But with 3 priests, any damage isn't going to really stick unless you finish off the unit. We still haven't seen that as of yet. Warden using the potions, trying to, well, make a big play again. Is Please going to be able to do it, as we're looking at the Warden now show up here. Anti-magic potion is still on that Warden, trying to back away. Level 9 now on the Warden here, as the units are going to perhaps try and go in for a big play. There's a big fan of knives, and well, gets storm bolted. Is he going to be able to stay alive? Losing a lot right now. Drops an Avatar of Vengeance. The anti-magic potion going to go ahead and drink Moonwell juice in the middle of a fight. There's a fan of knives in the backside, as the Spirit of Vengeance could be going after some of those remaining units. I believe 2 bears did end up surviving. Warden trying to blink away, perhaps trying to use whatever advantage that she can, while this Tree of Eternity now makes its way back down to the south. All right, Tree of Eternity, Nature's Blessing was done, and now in comes a problem. Gold is running out on Effect's natural expansion. Warden has been effectively just trading constantly and getting a lot of experience, almost level 10. 1,000 experience away from level 10, but we have a level 9 Warden already in play. And, well, we know that Effect needs to finish out and close out this game. Has a potion of, or a scroll of healing on both the Mountain King and that Archmage, in order to try and close out this game, stopping that Fan of Knives damage. All right, Tree of Eternity still back here. Let's take a look. More healing getting underway. Pendant of Energy is right there. Another Moonwell right there. Gonna go ahead and drop it, pick it back up to 400 mana already. Avatar of Vengeance is about halfway done. Another Ancient of Wonder is gonna get finished off. I don't know how many that is, as the bears are going to be trying to engage here. All right, Druid of the Claw should really be in Druid form. Not quite sure why it isn't. As you can see, there is some damage there. Units are not trying to make their way back. Tree of Eternity joining in on the fight, as we're going to see what the Warden shows up to the back, trying to finish off some of those back units again. All right, Anti-Magic Potion, Spirit of Vengeance is actually going after some of the creeps of the Tree of Eternity, well, taking far too much damage. Fan of Knives coming across against Spellbreakers, well, immune to the Fan of Knives, as the Priest and all of these units are still back over here. Are we going to see another Fan of Knives? Are looking for another Fan of Knives, but it was a split second late. Perhaps the cooldown was just too much, and that allowed for another Scroll of Healing to come down again. A Warden finally finishes off those units, as the Spirit of Vengeance, or Avatar of Vengeance, trying to engage once more. Spellbreakers going for this Avatar down to 350 hit points, 310. Now running back away again. The expansion only has 30 seconds of mining left, as the Spirit of Vengeance going after some of those other units. All right, what do you do now? Archmage almost at level 6, and meanwhile, well, Warden sitting at level 9, taking down the Moonwells are actually really key here. Meanwhile, Ancient of Lore is dealing a lot of damage. Tree of Eternity down to 1200 hit points. Abbott, Spirit of Vengeance should be trying to fight back here. The Tree of Eternity down to 600 hit points. May end up falling here in just a moment, trying to stay alive. Not going to be able to do so. Ancient of Lore could try and fight back here, but the Spellbreakers are just far too much right now, as they are completely immune to the effects of that Fan of Knives. No easy way to finish them off, as a new Avatar of Vengeance has been resummoned. With that said, Effect realizes, you know what, I cannot deal with this massive Spellbreaker army, and that comes to an end. You can take a look. Overall score, Effect comes away with the victory, but pleased with the higher overall score. Pleased constantly with the smaller army. Did more with less consistently, but it was just because Effect had more and had that expansion up. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.